Hey everyone, you're welcome back to my channel. It's Lisa here. Today's video, I'll be showing you how to get your island visa from Nigeria. I'll be sharing with you the step-by-step process, all of the documents you require, and the fees you also need to pay. From my perspective, I applied for the joint family visa, but the cool part is it follows the same process for either the study visa, the work route visa, even the tourist visa. It follows the exact same route. The only difference might be the documents required, and I'll be showing you where to get all of that information on today's video. The first step is to figure out your visa type. I'm going to leave a website on the screen. Go to this website and select your visa type. If you're joining a family member or you're going with a family member that is your dependent, choose the joint family visa. Or if it's tourist visa, work visa, or even study visa, choose the one that applies to you. The process is the same thing. So go to this page and make sure you read all the information that you see there. The second step is to start your online application. If you went to the website I shared previously, you're going to see the AVATS link under the How to Apply section. So AVATS is the Automated Visa Application and Tracking System. And if not, I'm also going to share a link of that in the description box. Make sure you read all of the questions, read them carefully and fill them with the appropriate information. Once you're done with this, print it and sign it. Also, you'll need a photocopy of this for your appointment. Once you've completed your application, the next step is to book your VFS appointment. I'm going to share the link to the website. Once you get to the website, you have to create an account first, then choose your center. You either choose the Lagos Center or the Abuja Center. Once you are done with that, you have to pay a fee. I'm going to list out the breakdown of the fee I paid. Also, choose your appointment dates based on the availability. I know that sometimes it's difficult getting an appointment, but the only hack to this is just to continue checking. You can check in the mornings, check at night, just keep checking and I'm sure you get something. For some context, I applied for my appointment on the 14th of January and the appointment date I got was on the 20th of January. And here's the breakdown of the amount I paid online. For the VFS service charge, I paid 104,849 naira. For the courier, I paid 11,808 naira 37 kobo. Then for the SMS notification service, I paid 465 naira 12 kobo. In total, that was 118,043 naira. After I was done with this, they sent me the appointment confirmation. They will send you an email to confirm that. And in that email, you see your appointment confirmation letter and also a questionnaire. Ensure you fill this questionnaire and download them both. You are going to need 2 copies of each for your appointment. While you're awaiting your appointment day, you need to prepare your documents. So regardless of whatever type of visa that you're applying for, you will need these documents I'm going to mention. You are going to need 2 colored copies of your visa application summary. That is the AVATS application. You are going to need 2 copies of your appointment confirmation. You need 2 filled copies of your VFS questionnaire. You're going to need 2 passport photographs. You can take the photograph at the VFS center. It's so much easier since they know the specification and requirements for the passport. It cost me 2,000 naira to get my passport at the VFS appointment center in Lekki. Again, you are also going to need 3 colored copies of your passport biodata page. That's for your international passport, the first page that has your photograph and all of your information. You're going to need 3 copies of that. Then you're also going to need your original and colored copies of all pages of your current and previous passports. That is your international passport. If you've had one that has expired before, or you've had 2 or 3, no matter the number you've had previously, you have to photocopy every single page, whether it has a visa on it or it doesn't. Photocopy each page of your previous passport and your current passport. For the supporting documents that you need, since my case was the joint family visa, again, the joint family visa is if you are applying as a dependent of somebody that's already living and working in Ireland, or someone that has a work permit, critical skills permit, any one of those work permits, That is what a joint family visa essentially is. First off, you're going to need a signed letter of application. This signed letter of application will have your full contact details, to have a little spiel about why you're moving to Ireland. It's also going to have details of your sponsor. In my case, my husband was my sponsor, so I added his name, his passport number, information that he got his critical skills work permit. If you have any other family members in the EU, UK, and Ireland, you also have to state that in your letter. Aside the letter, other things that you need include proof of relationship. In my case, I added our marriage certificate. You're going to need your financial documents from you and your sponsor. So I had my 6-month back statement. I also had my husband's 6-month back statement. If your sponsor holds a work permit, in our case, my husband had the critical skills work permit. So I included that there, and also his employment contract. Those are all the documents you need if you're applying for a joint family visa, essentially. If you're applying for any other type of visa aside the joint family visa, the link I shared previously has all of the documents that you need. I'm also going to add the website here. Go on there to check for all the documents you need, whether it's tourist, whether it's work, whether it's even the study visa. Once you're done getting all of these documents, ensure that all of your originals have photocopies. They would not collect your originals. They will just take it for citing. All they need is the photocopies. Ensure the photocopies are also colored. You will need at least a photocopy of every document you are providing. So once it's your appointment day, ensure that you get there early, but not too early. In my case, I went about an hour early and I regret that decision. So you can go about 10 minutes or 15 minutes to your appointment time. You'll be directed to stand on a queue outside the VFS compound. Each country has their queue, so ensure you are standing on the island visa queue. And the security will allow you to go into the VFS compound once it's time for you. And they will direct you to where to go. I think it's on the first floor or second floor. I can't really remember now, but you go there. You would also meet another personnel on that floor that would give you a number. So once you get that number, you go and sit down. Once they call your number, the first stand is for you to submit your documents. So you go there, you submit your documents. They would ask for your documents, your supporting documents, every single thing. They would also provide you with a POS terminal where you'd make some payments for your consular fees and all the extras. I'm going to also drop a breakdown of the amount I paid. Once you get to the counter, you provide them with all of your documents. They are also going to direct you to the GIG section where you go to get some envelopes, some folders and everything. Then you come over to the counter and you make some payments. Once you're done with that, it's time for your biometrics. There are different biometrics booths, so you also need to be aware the one that is attending to people applying for the island visa. Once they have the screens at the front of each booth that puts up the number that needs to go in. So when you see your number, you go in for your biometrics, and that is the end of it. You'd also get the slips. I'm going to show you how it looks like. They'll give you something that looks like this. So this is a breakdown of all the monies you paid. Then this is from GIG, and you also have a number. You have the AVATS number. You can use that to track your application online. I'm also going to put in the link where the Abuja embassy gives the decision of all visas that were applied for. So you need to check this, I think every Monday. You check it every Monday, but typically to get a decision back for your visa application, it takes about 8 weeks to about months, especially for the joint family visa. Processing time may vary. In our case, it took about 8 to 10 weeks. I've heard about people that it took them months. So processing time definitely varies. If you paid for the SMS service fee, you get regular updates about how your application is progressing. In my case, I remember we got an update when our application got to the Abuja embassy and all of that. So you get text messages when that happens. Remember, this guide works for whether you're applying for the tourist visa, the work visa, or even the study visa. Just ensure you choose the right visa type at the first link, the first website I shared with you. If this video helped you, give it a huge thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't, and leave any questions that you have in the comment section. Looking forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye-bye.